It's only a few more days until Christmas, and that has got me a really festive mood. So to get that creative and festive energy out of me, I'm going to be creating some reindeer snoods and will be taking you along for the journey. Now, if you guys were with me last year, you would have known that I created a little reindeer snood for Socks, my greyhound. It was the first freehand pattern I'd ever made. I wrote up a little pattern for you and put it for free on Ravelry. So if you were interested, I will link that down in the description box below. He definitely doesn't need more than one reindeer snood. So the items that I'm going to be making today will be donated to the rescue that we got him from, Gumtree Greys. I volunteer with their Etsy team to make cute little dog snoods that they then sell for fundraising purposes. All of the funds go back to rescuing and rehabilitating greyhounds, ex-racing greyhounds. So it is a really great cause, one close to my heart because we did get our precious firstborn child Socks from there. But yeah, I thought it would be fun to actually create a few different versions of it. So these are just ideas in my head at this point. I don't know how they're going to turn out, but I have a vision and I just want to put it into, you know, yarn and create something hopefully beautiful. But we never know how things are going to turn out. Ideas might not always be able to be executed, especially for someone inexperienced like me. I've only been crocheting for 2 years, so it would be fun to see how this turns out. But yes, the first thing we need to do is to create a snood base. Now what I basically do for this is just do like a ribbed snood that goes around their neck and their head, and that way it's a little bit stretchy, can fit to various size greyhound heads. Obviously this is standard greyhound, not like a whippet or an Italian greyhound, because those are much tinier. And I think I'm going to do them in brown. So I've got this brown yarn here. I would say it is like a thick 3, I would class it as, and I'm going to be using a 7mm hook with it. This is my Clover. It is my favorite brand of hook. I now have all of the large ones as well. I did have the standard set. The only things that I don't have are the steel set, but I don't really crochet with tiny yarn, so I haven't had a reason to buy it yet. But if you are in the market for some hooks, I definitely recommend these ones. Or if you know a crocheter in your life that needs a good set of hooks, these would be the perfect Christmas present. If I received it, I would cry out of happiness because these are amazing. I like love them to bits. I don't know what I would do without my clovers. But anyway, rant over about clovers. I'm just gonna get started on the snood now. I will then later create the antlers and things like that, but I'm hoping to get at least a few out of them because I've got at least 2 different variations of reindeer snoods in my head. I might think of more later, who knows, but I want to get at least maybe 3 out so that I can test out the different variations, then make multiples if I'd like to. So I am going to stop blabbering now and get to work. And done. This took me all day. Well, not really just this. I did make 3 in total, but I think that was about 10 hours of crochet. About 12 hours total because I think I started around 7 o'clock this morning. It is now almost 8 p.m. I did take breaks in between, obviously, to walk the dog and feed myself and the dog and all that fun stuff. Have a million cups of coffee in the process. But this is all we have to show for the time, so it is what it is. It is Sunday night, so I don't think I'm going to get much crochet done over the next few days, unfortunately. I do work full-time. I wish I could crochet full-time. That would be the dream. Maybe if I win the lottery, who knows. But I think I might just crochet up a couple more just so I can get more snoods in when I send these through. I don't think this will get me another snood. There is just under the amount that I need for one of these, but I do have this yarn which is similar, different shades but still dark brown. It is also a different texture. It is much thinner, so I think I'm going to double it up. But even if I do that, I don't think it's going to be the same thickness as this, so I might go down a hook size and use 6.5. This is my 6.5 clover. Hopefully that works well. I might adjust it depending on how the yarn works. It also looks to be quite splitty, so I don't know how I'm going to go with this. Hopefully doubling it up makes it less of a nightmare to work with, but we'll see how we go. So once I have got those, I will start working on the horns or antlers. I don't know why I keep saying horns. I have a big box of white yarn that was donated. If you haven't seen my donated organization video, I'll link it up here for you. A lot of people kindly donated yarn for these projects, so you know we can keep costs low, and basically all of the proceeds from these sales go towards rescuing greyhounds. But my thoughts is to use the shade, because these are all individual balls of different shade, that probably has the most yarn, so I could use the same shade across all, maybe like 5 or 6 of my snoods. This looks to be the biggest. It is literally a full skein, so maybe I will go with this. Otherwise I think this might go as well, but this is feeling a little bit thin, so I think I'm just gonna go with this. Crochet up 2 more snoods and then start doing some horns, and I will see you next weekend, or in 2 seconds, because editing is great. 5 snoods are done. It is 3 p.m. on a Sunday, so I have no idea where the time has gone. During the week, I only ended up making 2 of these brown snoods. The yarn was quite splitty, so I kind of got sick of making it, and I just decided to finish on 2. Would have been nice to make a 3rd one to be a nice even 6, so I could have 2 of each variation that I'm thinking of, but I reckon we'll just leave it as is, and I won't torture myself with dealing with splitty yarn. All of yesterday I literally spent just creating these antlers and stitching them on. So 10 antlers took me an entire day. I did run out of that one donut of yarn, and I ended up making 3 sets of antlers, so I just attached them onto the darker brown snoods, and then I ended up using another ball of yarn. Pretty much was playing yarn chicken with both of them, but that gave me exactly 4, so I was able to finish the other 2, and literally just had like a couple of grams left of each skein, so it's crazy yarn chicken luck there. But my plans for these are to just leave one as it is. So one of this is pretty much done, and I reckon it'll be one of the dark brown ones. Yeah, I think I'll just leave it as a normal reindeer. For a couple of them, I want to turn them into Rudolphs. So I have got this little mini skein here from a set of mini skeins that I got a long time ago. I wasn't really a fan of the yarn, so I've sort of just been ignoring this and hiding it under my bed, but today's the day that I use this. It's only about 16 grams, but I think that should be more than enough to make 2 little red balls that I will attach onto 2 of the snoods as a little nose, and it will be a cute little reindeer nose, or Rudolph nose I should say. So 2 of them will turn into Rudolphs. Now if you watch my Temu haul, you might have seen these little bobbles. I don't know if that's the right word for it. If you haven't seen the haul, it will be linked up here for you if you'd like to check it out. I got heaps of crafting items, including some free items. It's really fun. But I got these tiny little red balls that are kind of like bubbles, but not really. They're quite hard. And I sort of bought them without a plan in mind, but I was thinking of making a couple of these with like tangled Christmas lights all through the head, and I was initially planning on crocheting it, but I am running out of time, and also the colorful yarn that I have is all in DK weight, and I'm a bit worried that they might look too big and weigh down the antlers. I've got heaps of these small red balls that I thought might sort of pass off for Christmas lights, so my plan for the remaining 2 antlers is just to thread a bit of yarn through it. If yarn doesn't fit, I might just use sewing thread, and sort of just have like a line of these red balls, sort of like Christmas lights, and tangle it all along the antlers, and I think it'll look like a cute reindeer that's got stuck in Christmas lights. So that is my plan for all of these snoods. I am going to get started on the little Rudolph noses first, and then do the little Christmas lights, and I will see you once I'm done with all of that. It is now 5 p.m. It did take me a couple hours to do the extras, but we are finally done and I absolutely love how they turned out. I will attempt to show you them to the best of my abilities, but I will actually take pictures of socks wearing all of them and I will put them at the end of the video, so definitely stay tuned for that. But this one is my little plain Jane reindeer. This is the reindeer pattern that I wrote up and I've posted on Ravelry. The link to that will be in the description box below if you would like to check it out. It's very simple, very cute and absolutely adorable, if I do say so myself. So I've just got one of this. I have got 2 reindeers that got tangled in Christmas lights, and these bubbles actually look adorable. They kind of look like cherry tomatoes to me, but maybe that's because I haven't had dinner yet and I am a bit hungry. But it's Christmas lights, and that's all they look like. I have 5 on each antler, and I was able to find a darning needle that actually fit through the little hole in all of the, I keep calling it bubbles, but they're not really bubbles, I don't think so. But yeah, luckily I was able to find that, and then I used my thinnest yarn that I have for the actual string. I think it is a fingering weight yarn. But yeah, absolutely adorable. 10 little Christmas lights on the Snood in total, 5 on each antler, and I've got 2 of them. They are so cute. I also have 2 little Rudolphs. So I've just done a tiny little red bubble and stitched it to the middle of the Snood, and I absolutely love how it turned out. It's so cute. But yeah, I hope you like all of them. I will just now have to pack them and ship them off to Queensland for the Gumshoe Craze Etsy team to list them for sale. By the time this video comes out, they're probably already all sold out, but if you do have a greyhound and you are interested in purchasing one of them, we do ship worldwide, I'm pretty sure. But yeah, definitely keep an eye on their Etsy store. All of the funds raised goes towards rescuing and rehabilitating greyhounds, so it is a great cause. Or if you know how to crochet, which I'm assuming you do because you're watching this video, you can learn how to make the basic Snood for my pattern. It is super simple, anyone can do it, trust me, and then you could just add on the extras if you wanted to do so. So yeah, thank you so much for watching. I hope you have a fabulous festive season and enjoy the rest of your 2024. I will have a couple more videos coming out this year, but I will definitely catch up some more with you in the new year. Thank you again, and I will see you in my next one. Bye.